I've developed a foolproof system of how to get rid of your phone addiction and cut your screen time in like half or like a third of it. So, why do you have high screen time in the first place? Well, you come home from work or from school and you don't have anything to do in your life. So, what are you going to do when you are bored and you have nothing to do? Are you going to sit and do nothing for 4 hours straight? No. Are you going to work out or have some hobby which you can do for 4 hours straight every single day? No. Are you going to meditate for 4 hours straight? No. If you are bored and you have nothing to do, then probably you will find a chore or something fun to do for like 1 hour every day. But you will still have a bunch of free dead time in which you are going to be bored. And that's when you pick up your phone or your TV and you simply scroll or go on social media or watch YouTube or something. When you are bored and have nothing to do, then you go and do some default activity. I've heard this analogy before, it's a very good one. If you have some video game and you have like main attack and a special attack and whatever attack, then let's say you press 1 and you do main attack, and then you have some special attacks which are loading, like you can do this attack every once in a while and you blah blah blah. But most of the time you are just spamming 1 because you do main attack and it like reloads and you can do that main attack again. So if you are bored, then you have this main attack to defeat boredom and special attacks. Like special attacks will be like working out or reading or something which you can do once in a while. And your main attack, the thing which you do on repeat all the time, each time you are bored, then you just default to your main attack and you basically do it the most when you find yourself bored, is going on your phone. And on your phone you either watch YouTube or go on social media. That's basically it. And the system which I've developed is to change your main attack of pulling up your phone whenever you are bored and scrolling on social media to something else. And it has actually 2 parts. One is, first, how to stop being on social media all the damn time. It's easy. You download app which is called app block, which like blocks you from using an app. And no, you don't block your social media and stuff because you still want to use them sometimes to write with someone, and it's basically impossible to block your social media usage forever or just delete the applications, because you will just do that otherwise if you didn't want to use social media at all. But what you do is you download app block and you pick all of your social media into app block and you block all of these applications for the entire day except for 1 hour. So you will basically batch all of your social media usage into 1 hour a day from like 7 to 8 p.m. or something which suits you more. What it does basically is that instead of checking your social media 200 times a day and having 1 notification every other time you open it, which is extremely boring, it's not fun, don't lie to yourself, you hate doing it, you only do it because you're bored, then what it does is that instead you will check your social media only like once a day, but you will have like 20 notifications at once, which is way more fun. It steals a lot of less time. You will spend a lot of less time on social media. If you take 1 hour straight in your day and you spend 1 hour or half an hour straight on your social media, that 1 hour every single day, the same hour every day, you will spend way less time on social media than if you check it 20 times a day and each time you end up scrolling for 5 minutes or something. Just batch all of your social media for 1 hour a day. Now, what do you do all of the time which you are not able to use social media? What are you going to do outside of that 1 hour? When you are bored, you can pick up your social media for 1 hour a day, sure, but what do you do the rest of the day if you don't use social media as your default main attack activity? What you do is you download an app which is called SnapTube, and then whenever you open YouTube, instead of watching a YouTube video, every YouTube video that you will be interested in seeing, you will put it into a playlist which is not public. And after each week, like every Friday, every day of 1 way of the week, every week, you take that playlist with a bunch of videos you want to see, and you put it into SnapTube, and you download all of the YouTube videos as MP3s. Or you can download audiobooks, like if you don't watch YouTube that much and you spend time watching TV instead, then you take your favorite movies like Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, American Psycho, Fight Club, stuff like that, and you look if there is a book on which the movie was based on. If there is, then you look if there is a free audiobook on YouTube about that book. Or you ask ChatGPT about some topics which you are interested in, like pirates, adventure, or psychology or something, and you ask about books on that topic. Then you look on YouTube if there are free audiobooks on that topic. Then after you've got a bunch of YouTube videos or podcasts or audiobooks in a playlist, then you download them, and then when you come home, what you do is you take your wired headphones, you take your phone with your playlist of your YouTube videos and audiobooks, and you start listening to it, and you go outside on a walk when it's sunny, and you go outside into nature. Instead of having your main attack to be on your phone when you are bored, your main attack, the thing you do the most in order to fight boredom, you just go outside on walks while listening to audiobooks, preferably into nature or something. Now you will say, oh, that's so sad and depressing. Why would you listen to audiobooks in nature instead of listening to the birds? Because if before you were going to you were going to go outside while listening to audiobooks, before you were going to do that, you were literally going to be on your phone and watch YouTube inside next to a Wi-Fi router. Don't talk about, oh, when you are in nature you want to listen to the nature, so I'm not going to listen to audiobooks. Yeah, but if you are not going to listen to audiobooks outside, then you are going to be inside on your phone. If not, then you can go to the forest and have no headphones and just listen to the nature. But that's boring. You will not come home from work or from school and then go to the forest and do nothing. If you do, then okay, do that. But you most likely don't, because that will not stimulate you enough. It will not give you enough dopamine. Then again, if you wait in a queue in a store or ride a bus home or something, then instead of checking your social media, you listen to the audiobooks which you have. And let me tell you, this will improve your life 100 times fold. Imagine spending 2 hours a day on your phone watching Instagram or whatever. You will never remember the reels and whatever you've been looking at on the Instagram again. But if you go outside for 2 hours and listen to audiobooks, then you will literally remember the information. You will remember the interesting part which happened in the story. And you will remember the valley through which you were walking while that thing in the story unfolded. You will have memories of listening to audiobooks 3 years down the line. I literally remember when I listened to some random podcast outside under the sun several years ago when I was walking in a valley or something. I don't remember checking my Instagram 3 years ago. That's boring. Just if you ride a bus or something and you listen to audiobooks, but you are visually still connected with your surroundings, it's better than vice versa. If you don't hear anything because you have audiobooks, but you can look around the bus, see people, look out of the window and stuff like that, you are much less of a zombie and your life is much more fun than when you check your social media and even though you hear your surroundings, your face is on a screen. Just do this. This literally compounds. If you look at your phone at home every day, then at the end of the year, that's hundreds of hours of you sitting inside, engulfed by Wi-Fi and the blue light, and watching into a screen. But if you walk outside, even for a while, and listen to headphones, then at the end of the year, that's like 100 or more of hours. That's hundreds of hours of you walking outside and getting infrared light and basically walking, being adventurous, living outside, stacked up. Like, would be rather staring on a screen for hundreds of hours or walking outside and listening to audiobooks for hundreds of hours. Ever since I started to do this, my life just got better. And now, if you, let's say, do some job like on a farm and you can listen to audiobooks while working like I do, and you listen on them like on double speed, and you've been working for 6 hours, and then you rode the bus home and to the work, and during that you also listen to audiobooks. So you actually have like 8 hours of listening to something under your belt, and you listen to it on double speed. So you have like 16 hours of narration inside of yourself. Then you go home and you don't want to go outside and again listen to audiobooks. You are going to get crazy at some point if you do it too much. You want to do something else, but you cannot because all of your social media are batched into 1 hour which didn't come yet. Well, what you do is instead of watching social media, instead of going on social media, what you could do is read manga. Because I could tell you, okay, read or find a hobby. Okay, that is true. Find a hobby and learn to read or something. Yeah, if you have a hobby, then okay, but it's hard to find a hobby or to find something special just and to do that whenever you are bored. Well, if you have some hobby, do that. But if you don't, then you are simply not going to read because in maybe someone is going to call me retarded. Just pick up a book and read. But in today's society, I absolutely understand if your dopamine receptors are not chill enough for you to read. Like, I can completely understand when you come home from work and you just worked for a long period of time, you are drained or whatever. You don't want to just pick up a book and read. It's not realistic. You can do it, but no one watching it, this is going to go home and pick up a book. It's not stimulating enough. So what you do is you read manga. Manga is like, you're going to say, oh fuck, he watches anime or whatever, he's gay. No, look, manga is like Japanese comics. I don't know what the fuck is the definition of manga, but it's Japanese comics. And what I want you to do is to read Vinland Saga or Berserk, basically. Just read Berserk. Instead of scrolling on social media, read Berserk. That's what I'm trying to say. Because Berserk is like, I don't know, I actually don't know any manga except Vinland Saga and Berserk. But what I've seen from Berserk, it's like, it's art. Each time you open Berserk, then you have a story, which is very interesting. And each chapter that you read will give you more memories and more dignity and integrity than opening Instagram and scrolling. Each time you open Berserk, you will be genuinely more entertained than when you open social media, and you will remember the things which happened in the story way after you read it, and you will not remember randomly checking your social media 20 times a day. Just read Berserk. It's beautiful. It's beautifully drawn. It's art. It has philosophy in it. When you want to open your phone and do some random main attack thing to get rid of boredom, then instead of scrolling on social media, keep your social media batched into 1 hour a day, and just open Berserk instead. Instead of scrolling, open Berserk. That's what I tell you to do. Your life will be more fun if you will read Berserk instead of scrolling on social media. It is like 380 chapters, so you will have at least an year, or maybe less. You will have plenty of time of having something to read instead of being on social media. And when you finish Berserk, then you can go and read Vinland Saga. After that, I don't know or think there is a manga worth reading besides Berserk, because I'm not a weeb. I don't know, but just wean yourself off social media first. Your screen time is probably like 8 hours a day, and you probably scroll for 2 hours a day. Now you don't have to think about what am I going to do instead of social media when I will no longer have Berserk to read. You don't need to know that now. Right now what you need to do is to get used to having social media being batched to 1 hour a day, which will significantly improve the quality of your life. And when being bored, going outside and listening to audiobooks instead of scrolling. And when you come home and you want to do something with your phone because you are bored, then just do something else than social media. For first few months, you have Berserk instead of social media. Each time you have urge to open social media, open Berserk instead. You can do this for several months, and by the time you finish reading Berserk, which is going to be a long time, then you are going to find a different thing to do instead of social media. You're going to find a hobby or something. But the most important thing is you're going to be used to not scrolling for 6 hours a day by that point. So that's it. Eat raw meat, wear blue blockers, and grow your hair out.